Folks, this is Lose Control every Wednesday between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. on the almighty 93.3 CFMU. Ben, Gavin, and Manolis.
Full house.
For look at you guys. Wow.
I'm so hungover. I would first
You
of all.
look great, though.
I feel
You look healthy.
No, I don't.
You've got a lot of color.
You look better. You look better on the outside.
Yeah, okay. My insides are gross. I want to. If my wife's
Manhole, what number is your mic?
My mic is number 3.
Number 3.
Number
Thank
3.
you. Okay.
Number 3.
All right.
I'm going to take this opportunity to apologize for my wife for not coming home last night.
See, you can do this kind of stuff now that you're...
Is this the first she's hearing from you right now?
Yeah, I texted her. My phone was dead, and she was pretty upset. So, hey, newsflash, Hamilton, I'm a piece of poop.
You know what? You had a great Tuesday night, right?
I had an incredible Tuesday night and a great Wednesday early morning.
I read something that you put out on Facebook saying who's going to the Against Me show.
Yeah, I went to the Against Me show. Well, Laura Jane Grace of Against Me did 3 or 4 acoustic songs at 102.1 last night. So I found myself with an afternoon off after something got rescheduled, and I decided to hop on the train and just wander around Toronto. And then I ended up calling my buddy Daryl, who owns the Bovine, and we had a time. And
then you came back here.
Then I came back and went to
call.
Shea. Yeah, I went to Shea, which I love.
Don't you love those days where you can really have so much happen?
It was a very.
He's still living those days.
I'm still
living those days.
And then I went to that little India buffet.
Modern India?
Modern India. Yeah.
What did you have?
Everything. It's a buffet, right?
Right. It's everything.
Everything's on.
I enjoyed the buffet.
Everything's optional.
But, yeah. And then that brings you up to speed. I've been on a bender, a food and booze bender for
10 years.
Well, longer than 10. Well, if you want to add it all up.
What time?
I didn't want to examine my whole life, Manolis. Thanks, brother.
How many hours sleep did you get?
It's my mustache.
How many? I don't know. The sun was coming up, and I got up at 1:15, and I missed my first appointment today. I'm supposed to get my hair cut at Village Cigar in Burlington, and I missed my appointment. I'm going in tomorrow. I'm not proud of this. I have to air it to the world, or else I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Because
Say sorry again to your wife.
I'm sorry, Mallory. I love you.
Will she be listening?
See,
this is a great medium.
She might be hearing.
You know what?
But
This
she's
is
not
a great
listening.
medium for us just to spill it. This is a great medium for us.
Why are you sorry? Tell me why you're sorry.
Yeah, it's going to take more than just hanging out with you clowns and saying sorry into a microphone.
This probably works.
Show up last night.
Or you know what? You just tell her that we asked you to be in this condition for the show today. Otherwise, you wouldn't have.
Then I won't be here next week if that's the case.
Right, we're just making it worse here.
You gentlemen doing okay?
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
Yeah.
Good. I'm just trying to get my Hamilton fact ready.
Okay.
I'll get to it.
Good for you.
Manolis is wearing a fabulous mustache.
I was just going to say that mustache.
Is it
How did you quote it?
That said he looks like a bowling teacher. I don't even know if that position exists.
It's funny you say that because I actually hate bowling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I despise it.
Yeah, he hates it.
I just don't like it.
That's weird.
Why don't you like it?
Well, it's like after like 3 turns, you're like, oh, I got to keep doing this. Like it's like it's work. And you're
picking up the ball and trying to hit the pins.
Just throwing pins. Someone's convincing you, like, oh, there's points involved. So what? This is labor.
Yeah, but you don't have to play it.
I know exactly, and that's what I don't.
You know what? It sounds like you've been teaching bowling so long that you lost your love for it.
Yeah, you know too much about it.
And they make you pay to wear other people's shoes. That's a great bonus.
Yeah, that's bowling shoes are a weird thing, man. Let's just.
Have you ever heard about anybody walking on those what the area is, the bowling lane, like with normal shoes and going?
Yeah, but the thing is like who cares if you walk on that part where you can't cross the line, right?
You can't cross the line, but but do the bowling shoes advance your bowling? Like, what is the purpose of the bowling shoe?
No idea. Why don't you just do it in your stocking feet?
I think it's special shoes so don't scratch the floor.
Or bring slippers.
It has nothing to do with the actual sport.
So why don't we use maybe everybody?
I got it. Bowling slippers.
What?
Bowling slippers. You bring
bowling slippers.
Make everybody
That'll make people want to play it more. You get a pair of bowling slippers when you walk in. Here's your bowling slippers.
Everybody should just have these special shoes all the time then.
No, that doesn't make any sense because we don't play bowling all the time.
Then when you're ready, you don't have to deal with there's no shoe guy no more.
So you want to change
I got my bowling shoes.
But that's the problem is they don't want your indoor shoes on the lanes.
You know, now that we've pleased the bowling fans in the crowd, let's talk
hey, what is that?
music.
What is that great bowling alley in Hamilton that too like the Martin's.
Yeah.
This episode brought to you by Martin's.
Yeah, Jim Pappas.
He's actually a great guy.
Yeah, that's a cool little spot.
On today's show, we're going to talk to Peter Zaremba of the Flesh Tones in about 15 minutes or so. They're playing at the St. tomorrow night. At 4:30, we're going to talk to Joe Varga of Varga, as well as our friend Rob Sweeney is going to give us the MP3 of the week. We're going to talk about cool shows that are happening in the city of Hamilton. Manolis is going to give us the MP3, or sorry, not the MP3 of the week, but you're going to give us a Hamilton fact.
Yeah. I'm looking right now.
We're going to enjoy some milk and cookies this afternoon as well, right?
I love cookies.
Absolutely.
See, like, don't you look forward to them now?
You got me.
Yeah.
I like them.
No, I mean, I've got you convinced enough that you can pick me up in your car.
I can't believe
right?
I just saw you guys agree on something.
I know we don't agree on very much, do we?
No, on really nothing.
No,
not even the what exit to leave a parking lot.
But you know what? Okay, and then we're going to get into some music. But here's the only thing I want to say about this friendship. Okay, you know how sometimes when you're in a friendship with somebody, where you think that even though you give someone direction or say, hey, can you do this, you feel like you have to follow up.
Yeah,
I get this sort of anxiety that I feel that if I don't follow up with them, something's going to not happen.
He texted me and asked me what I ate from what time?
From 6 o'clock to today.
You hear 6 o'clock to today?
No. What did we face last week?
6 a.m. you mean?
6 p.m.
From last night to 6 p.m. to now?
What did he eat? Because remember what happened last week?
He ate the matzo burger and you wanted him to eat the teen burger.
No. We needed the Febreze.
Oh,
because it's
with
the gas
with a tootie bum.
Right.
Oh, you were my bum hole.
That's how I think. That's how I think with this guy. So he's thinking that I'm being a mother.
He's saying
I got a confession, guys. A couple of those tootie bums last week were
yours?
me.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I let you take it. What do you think? What do you think?
It was good. It was good. I like your work. But like I'm just trying to, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get you 3 slugs here.
Why am I in this?
You're part of this.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, whatever. And then he's asking me about food. What food I ate.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to drive.
Oh, you mean pick us up?
I'm just trying to get here, man.
I know. But you see, for me, I was kind of worried because there's certain points where the air is repulsive. See? There we go.
Yeah.
Music here from Jack Scott on 93.3 CFMU.
All right.
The way I walk is just the way I walk.
93.3 CFMU, the music there of Teenage Head, Ain't Got No Sense. Before that, you heard music from Jack Scott from his greatest hits, The Way I Walk. 323 exactly. Ben, Gavin, and Manolis joining me. Gentlemen.
Hello.
Dude. Hello.
Countdown to cookies. Hello.
Yeah. What do we, so we're just going to eat cookies again?
Yeah. Okay. And we're gonna eat cookies.
We eat milk and cookies. This is therapy. This is our time to cleanse our souls. Yep. Bear it all.
You need it more than anybody, right?
Manolis,
I need like. I wish I was Catholic so I could go confess and feel better. This is my confession. You know, I'm gonna start looking at Lose Control as confession.
Perfect. This is exactly what it's all about. It's about cleansing, right?
Yeah.
You know, it should be that time.
Is Lou the priest?
He's the godfather of fun.
The Pope.
Godfather of fun. He is.
King of fun too.
I like the Godfather.
Father of fun. That's.
Do we have to get in a booth? Like, was there a wall between us?
This is technically a booth.
Yeah, but can we put a wall and he has like the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, nice.
Like a
with the little sliding door.
Yeah. And maybe a girl comes in on the one side. And...
What?
You ever seen those?
So Manolis and his ball.
The Yosemite Sam intro, you know. What do you want, you varmint?
Yeah. So Manolis and his mustache. Did you see him chase that girl today in the parking lot?
Oh, that's the reason why.
It was a light jog.
It was a light jog.
Yeah, no. Okay, folks, let us explain something really quickly. Mm-hmm. So Manolis notices these 2 young girls walking out as we're walking into the student center. So Manolis decides to, because he always brings his DVDs along with him, to chase these girls, run after them.
Light jog.
Chasing them. To give them the
he gave me did you see that look?
I know.
Open draw, and then
Oh, pardon me.
Almost, sorry about that. And then almost before I could even respond,
That's what happens when
Manolis
you-
was chasing these girls down the thing.
I think I even.
And I thought Manolis, I was like, hey, Manolis might, be able to pick up these girls. And I looked at Manolis' mustache and I'm like, they're just going to think that he's a weird old dude with his mustache.
Totally. Totally. And I was trying to scream. I was saying to Gavin, no, stop.
The mustache is great for your
No.
comedy, but I don't think it's going to help you with your,
Why, are you leaving the mustache for a role or something?
I just shaved the beard, and whenever I shave the beard, I always leave the mustache just
Right.
for as long as I can until it drives me crazy.
He wants to be the guy from Star 80. That's his whole dream.
Right.
Dude from Star 80.
Eric Roberts.
Yeah, Eric Roberts.
So
Star 80.
what
The guy
drives
that
you
did
crazy?
the
The way
porno.
it looks on you or the way it feels on you?
Well, at some point, I realized I have to have. I need sex, so I didn't get rid of it.
Oh, because you don't get sex
Yeah,
with
Ben's
that.
right. It's not helping me.
What, the mustache?
Yeah, not to pick up.
yeah,
This is wrong.
you're not going to pick up 19-year-old girls in a parking lot with that mustache, that's for sure.
Yeah, but guys that have mustaches for 20 years and they
Like
just,
you look like
they,
a bowling coach or teacher.
Yeah,
or,
but the guys, they look like that guy's supposed to have a mustache.
Yeah.
Even though it looks horrible, I don't
Yeah.
look like I'm supposed to have a mustache. So it looks even more worse.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, it's
It doesn't even, it's there and it doesn't suit me.
It's not like, you go to the Baltimore and that fantastic bartender has that fantastic mustache.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin
This is
Delaney,
not-
the best
And then that
mustache
mustache is like everything about
best
that.
in the city.
Best in the city.
Yeah, best
Hands
mustache.
down. You heard
Yeah.
it here first.
This-
Lose control.
this is
best
not-
mustache in the city.
Easy. Kevin Delaney, best mustache in the city.
This-
Bartender.
And that looks good.
Yeah.
Yours does not look good like
No,
that.
it doesn't. It's scary. It's totally scary looking.
You couldn't wait. You couldn't wait to say that last part.
Yeah, but mustaches have to start bad. They don't.
But
start
no, it's
good.
not that it's too thin or anything. It's pretty well there. It just doesn't look. It's
No,
just
but they
horrible.
have to start bad and they get good.
Wait, it's gonna get when it gets thicker. Or what?
I don't
What's
know.
gonna happen to
I
my
don't know.
mustache?
I don't grow mustaches. Well, I guess I have.
Yeah,
one,
you have one right now.
Yeah, but it's all part of a beard.
You'd look good in a mustache, I bet.
No, I don't. I look like your Uncle Fred. I've
Come
tried
and sit
it.
on my lap.
Yeah,
How about
yeah,
you, Lou?
right?
Have you ever done it?
No, not in a long time. Not a long time.
Let's all do it.
I don't know.
No.
Not yet. Back in the late 60s in Michigan, Ted Nugent used to be in a band called the Amboy Dukes. Supposedly, the story is that Ted didn't know that the rest of the band always used to get whaled on drugs without Ted knowing because Ted disagrees. Straight edge. But
He's so crazy.
But you know what?
Amazingly crazy, though.
You love the Nuge?
I love how crazy he is. He's mad.
He's mad. Who do you think's crazier, Mustang from Megadeth or Ted Nugent?
Ted.
Mustang from.
Dave Mustaine is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know as much about him. You mean just the way he thinks and talks?
Yeah, he's like one of those Tea Party nutbags, and
I could see that. He
It's
seems
kind of
like
funny though that they are, right?
yeah.
You know?
Ted. Go ahead about.
I was just going to say, so the funny thing is if there's an idea that maybe some of the guys were getting high is by having a title of a song like this. Why is a carrot more orange than an orange?
Why?
No, that's the name of the
No, that's
song.
the name of the song.
I thought you asked me a
What
joke.
were you doing? Smoking reefer with the Amboy Dukes?
Yes. I was thinking about my mustache. I'm sorry.
So,
Why is a carrot more orange than an orange?
yeah, that's the kind of titles that these guys were coming up with. So that's what we're going to hear.
That's a good point.
What is a good point?
Why is a carrot more orange than an orange?
Maybe you can give
What
us
is
that as a
more
fact.
orange? Isn't it just a different shade? Can
It's-
something be orange?
It's
Or no, it's probably
it's a
orange
darker.
right through, where the orange is just orange on the peel, but then you got that white sort of scuzzy stuff, and then you get right into the
Well,
orange.
the fruit's named after the color, or the color's named after the fruit.
Oh, this conversation is breaking my brain.
328, we're going to hear some music from the Amboy Dukes. While we do, we're going to hook up with Peter Zaremba of the Flesh Tones. You're listening to Lose Control every Wednesday between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. only on 93.3 CFMU. 93.3 CFMU, the music there of Speedball Baby from Get Straight for the Last Supper. You heard the rendition of the Ramones classic, Blitzkrieg Bop. And before that, the Amboy Dukes from the Greatest Hits, Why is a Carrot More Orange Than Orange? 3:35, we're waiting for Peter Zaremba to contact us. We left a voice message with him, so fingers crossed that we hear from Peter. In the meantime, Manolis, Ben, and Gavin hanging out.
Yeah,
almost time for
yeah,
cookies.
yeah.
You're starting to get the game face on a little bit now.
It's coming around. It's coming around. I'm hung over as poop, my dude.
How early during the day did you start enjoying the bevies?
It was a respectable time. I didn't start drinking until probably like 8:30. Is when I stopped drinking at 8:30 was the problem.
You went till 8:30 in the morning?
No, I didn't go that late, but a couple hours out, a little shy of it. Yeah.
7.
How's your rye diet going?
Oh yeah, you're off rye.
I didn't drink last night. I had a couple. I got drank two nights ago, but
By yourself in the tub while you cried?
yeah. And then before that, it's been 2 weeks. So I've been pretty good.
You've been good.
It's been once. It's been really once, but.
I'm gonna swear to you guys that I'm never gonna drink again for the day.
For today?
For today, I'm not drinking.
I don't believe
today.
it.
I swear to you.
I don't believe it.
I swear to you, man.
You're gonna be drunk. I know you. You're gonna be drunk tonight.
Yeah.
There's a great line in the Flesh Tones documentary with Keith Strength saying, yeah, we used to have a party at the house at least once a day.
I'm not going to Motown tonight.
You know what,
I'm
man?
not doing anything tonight.
The afternoon is so young, you have no
you don't
idea.
have a choice. Your wife's gonna be upset. You're gonna go to Motown tonight with your wife?
No, she's not. She's not going to want to do that.
She's
No,
going to
but
look
I'm
at you.
saying
She's going to look
like,
at you.
She's gonna be like, "Why are you going to Motown after last night?"
Yeah. No, she.
Go get the notebook and go home.
Are you sensing that you might get some trouble when you go home?
Yes.
I love that she might be
I don't know if
listening.
it's like a spider sense is tingling rather than
It's a spider
I know
sense.
the sentence exists. like does a guy who's on death row sense that he might be going to the chair? You know what I mean? Like I'm done, dude.
You're married, right? You're married.
Yeah, I'm married.
Yeah,
Happily married.
That's
Well,
going to come up.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty happy.
She's going to be like,
she's
"You're
happy.
a married man." Like she's going to say that at one point.
Nah, it's gonna be
No,
more
she
like,
wouldn't do that. No, she'll be quiet.
That's even
She
worse.
couldn't call me. You couldn't call me. Why is your phone charged?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
a whole bunch of that stuff, and then it's a lot of. I'm sorry.
You got to come up with a story now.
I think you should just jump in for me. You know exactly what's going
dude,
on.
I've done it so many times.
You should
like the fact that you're laughing and stuff right now. I'm like, this is your.
It's
defense.
nervous laughter. It's like when you're about to go to the principal's
Your
office.
defense is just, Dad. I'm like,
Oh, I know. She's listening. I love you, Mel, so much. just
all you
love me
do.
back. I'm not perfect, baby.
I feel for you.
Thanks, Gavin.
But the thing is, you did the right thing. If you're going to be out and you're going to be in this much trouble, you might as well go all the way.
Not only
So-
that, he's doing the right thing on apologizing
Yes, on
as
the air,
well on
too.
the air, so everybody
On the air.
knows that you mean
Yeah.
it. So if she's not
People are
hearing
gonna come
it,
up to you on
or
the
if she
street.
doesn't
Sorry,
want to
buddy.
hear, people are going to go up to her and say, "Ben was so nice. He was saying sorry. He really loves you."
And your other best defense is to know if you have a good reason why.
I
to
can't use any
apologize.
defense advice you give me because we're saying it on the radio.
I know.
Like,
No, keep going.
You're
here's
right.
what you say, dude.
You're right.
Go in there and say,
He's right.
The other thing they do is like, I don't know what happened. Somebody in Toronto must have put something in my drink.
She would know that I would be the only one that puts things in my own drink.
Yeah, you did this.
I roofied myself.
Man, you did this.
Yeah.
And then I ended
You
up-
called the guy who put stuff in your drink, man, didn't you?
It's the modern Indian buffet that diffuses that whole argument.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
roofied your own drink and then you went to buffet.
Yeah.
Instead of
know what happened.
going home, right?
Yeah, you went to a buffet.
Like you woke
It was
up.
supposed to be so easy last night.
Wait, you didn't just wake up and went home. You went, you woke up and then went to a buffet.
You want to know the worst part? Okay, actually, no, I can't
Have you
even
been
say
home
it.
at all today?
No,
Oh,
dude.
no.
I slept in these clothes,
He
man.
just called her. He just called his wife.
Don't go home.
No, I text. I'm going home.
You can't.
her.
It's over.
Well, we have a meeting. I have a meeting
Yeah,
after
we have a
this.
meeting.
Did she text you back?
No.
Oh.
No. There's about 1,000 texts when I turned my phone on from her.
Oh.
And then my apology text has got no response.
Oh, man.
I feel bad.
Hold on.
Whoa. That is...
The other
I'm
thing is
so
to
dead.
think about. No, is like
But I screwed up. I screwed up. But I'm
her phone's dead.
no,
No
man.
power. No,
no.
totally.
But you know,
you got to think like
You're,
that.
I know you're an optimist, Lou, and I appreciate that.
These two, don't listen to those.
The only upside is that it's not all you did was get drunk.
Yeah, see, don't listen to him.
No, I know.
It's not like
but
you
that
were
is
like-
all I did. And then I argued with a guy. I would have been home a lot earlier, Mallory, if I wasn't defending the rights of lesbians. This dude, I must have argued for 2.5 hours.
And you know what?
This guy last night
Yeah.
said...
I was going to say I'm in your corner.
You're
Because
like-
I heard the argument.
He said
and-
that lesbians don't exist and that they all need a phallus. And
See?
that's, so it was,
You're like the Aaron Brockovich.
I'm
You're
like Aaron Brockovich.
Yeah, you're
I'm
like
being
Aaron
drunk and
Brockovich.
defending gay rights.
There you go. So how
I'm like
can
a
anyone
hero.
be mad at
I'm
you?
essentially a hero.
You're essentially... He's a civil rights marcher.
You're welcome. What's your wife's name? What's your wife's name?
Mallory.
Well, you're welcome, Mallory.
You're welcome,
Mallory, we're not making light of the situation
What we're going to have to
at
do
all.
is stop off at a florist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was already thinking about flowers.
Yeah, you gotta
Wine,
get
cake.
flowers.
Flowers and cake, I think.
And maybe some of the cookies that we don't eat.
Ooh, I love it.
No, it's got to be new cookies.
We can package. We can
pack.
make it seem like
we
it's.
can send
gotta be
Manolis.
new.
You did a great job getting the rainbow cookies today.
I think of you. I think of rainbows.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I do give you a things to do list in our friendship, which is kind of a good thing as well. I think it keeps you structured.
Yeah.
I give you, the fact of the week.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question, Lou?
Yes.
What if Manolis came home without texting you? Like he came home the next day.
Like, so what if Manolis was the me of you?
Would you? How would you be?
I would expect him to take me to the Modern India buffet to join Ben.
Yeah.
I'd want to, that's where I'd want to go, and that's what I'd expect.
I had to
Manolis
talk to a wife one time. Her husband.
I don't talk to a wife. I was a wife once.
I was at a bar, and this fight broke out, and one of the guys that tried to fight this other guy got his head kicked in, and so the ambulance came and they took him to the hospital, and it was my friend's friend, kind of, and I looked at these guys, I'm like, someone's gotta go to the hospital, right? This guy's gonna need someone there. Mm-hmm. And they're like, well, everybody's like, I gotta work tomorrow, I gotta do this, right? So I'm like, alright, so I go to the hospital. This guy I barely know, and I stood beside him his bed, like, they were checking if he had internal, bleeding, I guess.
Whatever,
yeah. For like 4 hours I stood with him, and then I drove him home, and he's like, hey, I need one more favor, bud. It's like, what? I said, I need you to talk to my wife.
Oh.
And, tell her, and tell her that I was fighting because I was trying to make sure you guys didn't get hurt. I was protecting you guys. Which wasn't the story at all.
Yeah.
So now it's 5 a.m, and I'm talking to this woman. Her husband's face is like a pumpkin. Pumpkin. That's a big word. Swollen up, like that big. And she starts crying.
Say it again.
Pumpkin. Did I say it right?
Yep.
Pump.
It's not a big word.
It's the word pump that's getting me thrown off. So I had to talk to this woman at 5 in the morning, crying. Like now I'm married.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
So good luck.
Women are tough.
She's crying. She's crying right now.
My wife isn't tough. She's the nicest thing. It's not a tough. Like, there's no justifying my behavior. I got blackout drunk and slept on my friend's couch, and stayed up partying all night. Like that's not really tough. It's not like.
Well, that's the reason why you're not going to get in trouble, because you know what you did wrong, and she knows it because she's hearing it. So
she's
you're
recording
it, going, "Woo!
No,
can't wait for tonight to do it again." Then she'd have a problem. But you know what you did was wrong, and she's going to be so happy.
When I say women are tough, she's going to give you some honesty
because she's an understanding woman.
Bad.
You always
I
talk
see
about
what you mean. I thought you meant like it's like they're conundrum.
But you know what?
No, she's
okay,
pretty easy.
we're all
I get why
witnesses
she's
to
mad.
this.
We're
We're all witnesses to
this
this.
would hurt
But
me.
how often do we hear Ben saying, "I've got the best wife. She's so understanding," and we're like, you know what, Ben? You're very lucky.
When did he say that?
A lot of the time. I hear it all the time. I hear it all the time.
I hear like at least
and
once,
this is
once
how
a week.
she's going to
Console
practice her
that he has the-
understanding, because you're saying that what you did was wrong.
Yeah.
So
I get random
so
texts
right
from
there,
Ben all the time.
So right there, you
About
know,
how lovely
there's
his
no
wife
problems.
is? Yeah, he does that.
I just hey Manolis.
Everything's going to be easy.
I'm stroking my wife's hair right now. You should check it out.
We're going to try to get in touch with Peter
Here's a
Zaremba.
hair stroking selfie.
In the meantime, we're going to spin some music from Grand Funk. We'll send this out to Monster Truck, okay?
All right, Monster Truck.
93.3 CFMU, music there from Humble Pie from The Greatest Hits. You heard a song called As Safe as Yesterday. And from We're an American Band, music from Grand Funk Railroad, Black Licorice. 3:54 and change. Not entirely sure if we're going to hook up with Peter Zaremba. We'll keep trying him. At 4:30, we'll hook up with Joe from Varga. And still to come, the MP3 of the week.
Don't move. Freeze, don't move. Still love that song.
Do you remember the clip on Beavis and Butthead?
I remember that taking place, but I don't remember the clip in particular.
It was Beavis and Butthead approved.
Was it?
Yeah. You know how they always were like really
Yeah.
critiques on videos? They were Varga
that was
fans.
Varga.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They were totally right into it. Manolis is going to give us our fire. Yeah.
Hamilton Fact.
Are you threatening me?
Yeah. Speaking of, did you watch the new Mike Judge show?
No, we were talking about that in the car. I didn't.
You missed it. It's good. Check it out.
I love Mike Judge. He's great.
It's kind of like Workaholics meets Office Space.
Yeah.
Do you ever get to a point where sometimes
Yeah.
you think in your life that animated figures are actual real people in your life?
This is live action. Though.
This is live action. This isn't a cartoon like King of the Hill.
Yep.
It's like an HBO show. It's a bunch of you've seen most of the characters before.
They make fun of Steve Jobs.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
They rip on him pretty hard.
Yeah, they go after him.
But anyway,
Well, he's dead now, so he's fair game, right?
But check it out. Did you watch? Do you do the HBO Sundays? Hey man, you should do HBO Sundays in your bar, and then I'll come over and watch in your bar.
Game of Thrones and everything.
Game of Thrones Sundays. Come on, let's do this, Lou.
Amazing.
Do you got HBO at the bar?
We could get HBO at the bar.
Come on, every Sunday. Let's all get together and do Game of Thrones every Sunday at your bar.
We'll go into Joel's basement and kind of wire it through.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
What are you doing about? Oh, nothing, Joel. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Good. For Dad, you don't say anything.
It would be
How are
fun.
the
And
cookies, gentlemen?
all your couches and stuff. It'd be fun. I posted that on Facebook, and I had about 50 likes, man. So there's probably 50 people that would come and hang out at your joint and watch Game of Thrones with us.
They'll all talk though.
Yeah, it'll be. Well, yeah, we have to have like strict rules.
No talking.
No talking.
Yeah.
356 and change. Our friend Rob Sweeney gives us the MP3 of the week. We're going to spin that shortly as well.
Lou hates this idea.
No, I do like it. I do like it.
You know what, Lou? I'll revise my pitch.
You know what? I haven't seen an episode of Game of Thrones.
Oh, it's
No, I really haven't.
And we can get drunk. That's the best part. We can get drunk at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll
No, don't invite him. This guy will talk
you'll
to
talk the whole
every
time.
show.
Who's that guy?
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
I am that guy.
He walks in the room. He walks in the room.
Does that guy always
and
ride a
calls the show
horse?
Stupid. He goes, this is boring. You just got in the room. It can't be boring. You haven't watched it.
Yeah, it was a party. It was a party. What are we watching TV for?
That was the plan
It's
of
a
the
TV
party.
like the Black Flag. Do you know the Black Flag song TV Party?
No.
Oh man, I'm gonna sing it for you later.
It was Dave Foley, that's why, and I have a pride.
But that was
issues
the
with
meaning
him.
of the party was to have.
What do you have
watch
an
the
issue
movie.
with David Foley?
Oh, it's a long story.
Okay.
I was in
Get the hall,
line.
you have
Yeah.
you have
Not him. Not
I
me.
do.
like a personal beef.
Yeah, I have a beef with him.
You got okay. Well, this is worth talking about.
Manolis and Dave Foley used to rap battle, and
What?
no,
No.
they didn't.
No.
I was on lineup for Last Comic Standing, right? Like when I was in doing the auditions in Toronto.
Yeah.
And so people lined up late that night, like because it was like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock audition time.
Yeah.
So I had this guy that was putting it together, I guess, called me, got my number somehow, and they said, hey, if you want to bypass the line, come in for audition, and you can just wear a bunny's outfit, and I'll make sure you don't have to wait in line. I'm like, dude, I'm a comic. I'm not gonna be like a clown to do this audition, so I don't have to wait in line. I'll just wait in line because I decided I was gonna try out.
Right.
So I waited in line. It was winter. I waited in the cold for like how many hours is that? Like I was like midnight till like 10 o'clock the next morning.
What?
Yeah.
How many other comics were out there?
But by about 3 o'clock there was like a good 100, I guess. And yeah.
How many were there at the very beginning of the get-go?
For the first 2 hours, it was about like 30 or 40 from the beginning.
Where were you in the 30 or 40
I was like
lineup?
the first 10 people in line.
Wow.
Right?
Like 6th or 7th in?
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah. We'll go with that.
Okay, go on.
I'm dying of hypothermia. I was like,
Right.
couldn't believe it was the coldest. It's the worst day of my life.
Yeah.
I go in. We go up in front of this table, and this guy, which is the same, ends up being
Enjoying yourself, Lou.
Because he doesn't listen.
Okay, go on.
ends up being the same guy that called me is the guy behind this table that asked me to wear a bunny outfit. Yeah, because he knew my name. I knew he knew my name because he called me, and I recognized his voice. I'm like, oh, great, it's the guy that called me last night. And now he's in front of me, and I'm like, but like at first I thought, oh, I see what's happening. Like he goes like, there's 3 people at a time, and he goes, okay, you tell a joke, you tell a joke, you tell a joke, and then he goes again, you again, and I'm thinking, oh my god, they're getting us warmed up because Dave Foley was one of the judges.
Oh, okay. Was he a judge on the show as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was like people were going in. You know when you see on TV, it's like you're in front of like American Idol. When it's
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it's
So
like.
good.
He was a preliminary judge.
So I thought they were getting us warmed up because the next thing we're going to be in front of Dave Foley and the other guys, whoever they were, right? But then he goes, okay, that's good, thanks. Well, thanks anyways. And I'm like, I go, is that it? It's like, yeah. So his job was to find out the idiots. He wanted to find idiots for the blooper reel. So everybody that was in line All those 100, 200 people in line were not. They didn't get in front of Dave Foley and the other judges at all. Not just me.
So
None
they
of
were
us.
just trying to find crappy comics to make fun of on their blooper reel.
Yes, that's all that line was. And then anybody that got in front of the actual judges had an actual almost like an audition.
Yeah, you got
everybody. You got
called in. Yeah.
Got called in.
Have you ever worn a buddy suit before?
Never.
No.
Man,
So,
that's
Can
so
you believe,
sketchy.
Isn't that horrible?
Yeah.
So I've just stood in the cold for that 10.
Yeah, but you know what? You have to go through those experiences in order to know who you love and who you hate.
Then
I agree, man. You got to pay, everyone's got to pay their dues, but at the same time, that is a douchey thing to do to people. Say,
I'm not saying,
tell people that they have a chance of being on the show.
Yeah,
and they know people are waiting out in the cold all night.
I agree with you. All
just
I'm saying
they want
is when something like that happens, then you know who you hate.
Well, that's
who
sucks
you
because
dislike.
I'm a huge Kids in the Fall
That's what
fan,
experiences.
no,
like
that's
which is a real
doesn't end there.
thing.
It doesn't end there.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't end there. I'm livid. I'm outside. I'm
Dave
walking.
Foley must be so nervous listening to this.
You'll be more nervous if he's in front of me.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Don't threaten.
Although he was always the cutest or the prettiest out of all the girls.
Yeah, you know it sucks. I liked
Kids
them.
in the Hall.
I liked them.
Okay, finish your story.
Yeah, okay,
because
go
we
on.
got MP3.
I actually, lucky enough, run into him on the sidewalk in front of Yuck Yucks in Toronto, because he's went to his trailer for.
Sure.
I'm like, Dave. Dave. I go, listen, man. I listen, man. I just stood in line. It's like I went to the fake judges. I thought I was going to be in front of you. Can you trying to be as quick as I can? Can you help me out? And then his one of his handlers like, hey, come on, Dave, go on, we gotta go. And he's like going, I'm sorry, man. I don't know. I gotta go. And he just walks away. Yeah, like a douchebag.
Whoa.
Language, but
One of those bags.
Well, you can say that on radio, can you?
Well, it's a purse.
These are the Daves I know. These are the Daves I know.
I like that.
He had the chance to help a dude out.
Bruce McCullough.
He had a chance to be a dude, and he walked away.
Well, at least now you know. Right?
Yeah.
When he calls you,
I met Dave Foley once, and he was actually really nice.
when he
you're
calls
a
you,
liar.
No, I'm not. I met him at Much Music Awards.
Oh, I'm sure he's nice.
Yeah.
when he calls you for a ride to
He
the
was a nice
airport,
to me,
you
yeah.
just say no.
No.
Well,
News radio.
that's that. Dave Foley's not coming on the show.
Oh no!
Said he's
Don't
not
say
invited.
forever. Well, don't say because
Hey, I didn't ask for that to happen.
And then
All right, let's take care of some business here, folks.
Okay, so we'll have Dave Foley on the show when Manolis dies.
when Manolis dies, I
When
think
you
that's
die,
fair,
we'll
right?
have-
Manolis.
I'll still be around, dude.
He'll haunt us.
If he's here, I'll come back. I'll figure it
afterlife
out.
sucks.
There'll be a transparent mustache floating around.
And a fart.
Your afterlife sucks.
Our friend Rob Sweeney gives us the MP3 of the week every Wednesday. We always find these great segues to get to the MP3
Is
of the
Dave
week.
Foley in one of the songs?
We'll find out. Let's see what he says. Meanie. What a grump. Hello, Lou. Yola Tango really need no introduction. And the band has an uncanny ability to play just about anything and are known for their vast repertoire of cover songs. Here they are playing Eno's Baby's on Fire live somewhere. Mr. Sweeney, thank you so much. Folks, please enjoy. This is the MP3 of the week. .3 CFMU. Folks, that is your MP3 of the week, courtesy of our friend Rob Sweeney. We always look forward to these MP3s. We can't wait for the next one. I'll be seeing Rob Sweeney tonight during Kung Fu rehearsal. Look at you guys.
I think he's
You're so stressed,
I
man.
think he's talented. I do.
Oh, we're still going on about Dave Foley, right? Yeah.
I'm not.
No, I think
I'm
I like
You're
his
so
body
stressed.
of work. It's just from that point on, I
Kids
just.
in the Hall is one of the greatest shows of all time.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Yeah.
But he had a new
Classic.
show. I was on TV.
And I loved
I couldn't
Brain
even watch
Candy,
it.
too. I thought Brain
Yeah,
Candy
Brandon.
was...
Yeah,
I
Brandon.
See, I
never
can't
watched
watch
it.
Brain
I'm
Candy.
gay. I'm gay. Dad.
I-
Where's your father? Upstairs watching gay porn again.
They're promoting Dave Foley right in front of
Yeah,
your
I'm not
face.
happy with this.
Right in front of your face.
I can like anything that I've seen before.
Right.
What was the Dave Foley
what was the
jerk?
Dave Foley show
Foley
with
on-
on the radio, news radio.
radio.
That was
great.
That was a great show.
He
That was
brilliant
before
on
I
that.
knew he was a jerk. That was a great.
But he's still brilliant on that.
I can see. I can watch him on that.
I watched. He was on an episode of that new Maron show on HBO. Mark Maron. He's got the.
Yeah.
Mark. Everyone know Mark
Yeah,
Maron?
yeah.
You
He
can't
does
watch
the WTF.
No, I
podcast.
listened to that one before I knew he was a jerk. Yeah, go on.
But he was on Mark Maron's TV show on HBO, and it was.
So I won't watch that.
Yeah, it was actually. It was very. Dave Foley's guesting. I was into it because I didn't know that we hated him now, and
Wow.
So
how was that?
It was terrible, actually.
Really?
And the show's pretty decent. Mark Maron's
like
pretty
the
funny.
show.
But he was playing like a parody of himself that was like this wastoid. It was just really unconvincing. Did you see that one yet?
I think so. Was he being a bit of an ass?
He's being an ass.
Was Dave Foley was being a jerk? Really?
Yeah, like a smug,
really?
I just want to say something.
Really?
I look at you, Ben, and you know what I see?
What?
A man who's in love with his wife.
Oh, yes, I was going to say.
That's the Hamilton fact.
That's a Hamilton fact. You're fine, man.
And we have waterfalls.
She just texted me and said, "Where were you?" And I said, "I'm
madly in love with you." That's the answer.
I didn't.
Text that.
I can't. I
Text that.
I texted on Scott's couch.
And what did she say?
Nothing back yet.
Oh, that means go live with
Because
Scott.
that was the wrong answer. You could have been a little
Scott.
cryptic and said, where were you? Madly in love with you.
Are you married to Scott?
Why don't you make babies with Scott?
Yeah,
then?
I would marry Scott.
What?
If I was going to be with one guy, it would be Scott.
Oh yeah,
He's skateboarding in the tennis courts.
He makes me feel safe.
Just what I want to hear. Thank you.
Scott McDonald, by the way.
How does Dave Foley make you feel?
Angry.
Yeah.
Angry.
Me.
Did you hear his WTF with Mark Maron when he did the interview? He sounded like a miserable jerk.
Okay.
Jerk.
Yeah, he's like
Doing it for the kids.
So should we move away from Dave Foley and get on to Hamilton fact
actually,
or something, Lou? What do you think?
well, we're going to talk about a Hamilton fact shortly. We're going to talk to Joe Varga from Varga in about 20 minutes. So it looks like we're not going to hook up with Peter Zaremba today. So this is what we want to do. We want to spin some music from.
Do you want me to
Flesh
pretend I'm
Tones.
Peter Zaremba?
Oh, hold on. Is there? No, it's another Peter that sent
You
me
want
this.
to interview Morrissey?
Well, I know we haven't even
Is that
gotten
your
into
British?
Morrissey.
It's like the same.
Do it.
Morrissey. It's me, Morrissey.
Luke can do it too. Watch Luke go.
Yeah, the two you should duel.
Watch
Morrissey.
Go.
Morrissey. Let's have a Morrissey.
A Morrissey off.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired of walking in the rain, so I decided to start a band.
I'm Morrissey.
That's a good Morrissey.
How do I do it?
Just do it. Just do it.
Hello, I'm Morrissey.
Oh, that's good.
That's a great Morrissey, man.
You win.
I don't know.
You've got the best
Hello, I'm
one.
Morrissey, and I hate Dave Foley. See, even
You sound Jamaican.
I'm Morrissey.
Your Morrissey's Jamaican.
I coined these guys as being the greatest the greatest party band in the world.
Who's that?
The Flesh Tones. You have to see them. They're just like crazy, maniacal. If you get the energy of James Brown on the soul basis and just throw them in a sort of a garage 50s, 60s sort of vein, it's just a peripheral way of explaining the energy that these guys have. Although, you know what? It doesn't match what Morrissey does.
I am Morrissey.
All right, folks. Let's continue on. Here's music from the Flesh Tones on 93.3 CFMU. 93.3 CFMU, music there from the Flesh Tones, new scene, 413 and change. On the phone with us, Mr. Peter Zaremba. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Lou.
It's great to hear your
I'm
voice
doing
again.
Fine. It's wonderful to hear your voice, and I'm going to get to see you in person tomorrow. So
I can't
that's even
wait.
better.
I always look forward to a Flesh Tones party. Hey, say hi to our co-hosts, Gavin, Manolis, and Ben.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
hello.
Hey, Bill, how you doing, man?
Good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm great. You know, I'm just like I said. I'm getting ready. I'm collecting a bunch of foreign objects. You know, to carry on to the ring.
I know. You, in fact, did beat up Bobo Brazil. Did you not, sir?
Bobo didn't stand a chance.
I know. You smothered him with power
I smothered him.
and energy.
And the same thing with the Baron Miguel Cicluna from the Isle of Malta.
Ah, wow. So,
He was the king
did
of
you grow
the
up
fire.
watching a lot of wrestling when you were a kid, Peter?
Oh gosh, my sister and I were addicted to it. Absolutely addicted, you know. And I'm saying, you know, the whole thing, Bruno Sammartino, you know, Prince Toru Tanaka, you know, his thing with the foreign object was he did the ancient Japanese salt ceremony where he put the salt in the four corners of the ring, and then he would get his opponents in there and rub the salt in their eyes.
Oh, nice. He's an ideas man.
It might be an appropriate time to say rest in peace, Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yes, the Ultimate Warrior did pass away, and all too young, if I may say so.
Yeah.
54 years old. That's unbelievable.
Way young.
terrible, tragic. Boy, let's talk about something more cheerful.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about your show in Hamilton tomorrow night.
I wouldn't mind talking about your documentary. I watched it, and it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Hey, I said talk about something cheerful.
Oh. I never listen, Peter. But, how does it feel having someone, have interest in wanting to document the story of a band? It almost feels like there's a kind of an accomplishment with the whole career of the Fleshtones.
You know what? It is pretty amazing. Sometimes, if I feel like I want to assert myself, I do say, well, people write books about me, and people make movies about me. So, I can brag a little bit. But then again, you know what? They're making documentaries about everybody now, right? I mean, in this day and age, doesn't everyone have a documentary?
Not me.
Not me.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm making a documentary about a documentary.
You got to get to work on that.
Yeah.
You guys are like the heroes of Hamilton. So
4 of them.
Yeah, that's what they call us, the heroes of Hamilton.
You see,
we all there they are in that 2-door brown LeBaron, whatever we drive.
You rule that end of Lake Ontario.
we sure do.
We all have capes.
We are
too.
kingfishermen. I wanted for people who have not even seen the documentary yet, or if this is their first introduction to the Fleshtones, I didn't realize that Keith lived in a house that had these Japanese instruments in the basement.
That is a true story. You know what? Look, you said, are you inferring that there are people that haven't heard of us and haven't seen the movie? Even somewhere in the far reaches of the north, perhaps, if our voices are carrying that far. But anyhow, yes, there was a house that our original bass player, one of our founding members, Mark Bukulski, he came down from Maine, from the woods, and then him and Keith, they were teenagers, but they rented this house in Flushing. And in the basement were these outrageously weird Japanese copies of there was a teardrop, hollow body teardrop bass with an action of about 2.5 inches, and there was this guitar that had like I couldn't even count the amount of switches and toggles on it and knobs. It was like I don't know what they even did, but it was kind of a cool guitar. So Keith started playing that, and then there was also a drum kit. So that was all that you needed to start.
It was almost kind of like a sign, right? That it was meant to happen.
Pick up these instruments and play.
How about those pictures of an early Keith Strang with the Steve Marriott hairdo from almost kind of like the Humble Pie era?
Oh, well, that was him. He worked his hair down because for a while he looked like what's his name, Waters from Pink Floyd.
Roger Waters?
Roger Waters, yeah.
Wow.
But then he worked it down, and he got into the Marriott look. Mm-hmm. We should go back to that, I think. I think that might suit his boyish charm.
Now, something that I wanted to ask you about, again, with the documentary is that it was mentioning that the Fleshtones played at Hurrah's, which was a club that I just recently heard of, primarily because of you guys. But it was a disco?
It was the forerunner of the Super Disco.
Which was called 54?
Right, Studio 54. But this was like kind of maybe like a year or two before that. The big scene, with Andy Warhol and everybody, was at Hurrah. After they lost that sheen, it turned into like a rock club. And I remember seeing the Pirates there.
Wow.
I remember seeing a lot of really good bands there. And we played there quite often. And I think there's some videotapes floating around of some of our performances because they taped everything there.
Yeah, it seemed like, it could have been a club that should have been documented, or maybe it has. It just kind of opened.
It has been documented.
It has, eh? I'll look for it.
Yeah, you can track that down. I'm not going to vouch for the quality of our performances, but they did use professional recording equipment. So, at least the picture is good.
The excuse of being in a band has given you guys the opportunity of traveling all over the world. I know you guys are gods in Spain, and there's just a love for the Fleshtones everywhere you guys go. Like, I mean, there's just a frenzy of support. It's almost kind of, in a way, is like you guys develop such a cult status, and fans just won't let you guys rest. Like, we always look forward to the next Fleshtones show, next Fleshtones record. We were all stoked when we found out about the documentary. I think it's just great that it just keeps on building, and I think it's fantastic that you guys care about your fans.
Lou, that's a wonderful thing for you to say. I really appreciate that. We do care about our fans because we started as fans of music, and we were the fans. We were the ones sitting, in the front row, kneeling there watching the Ramones or, Alice Cooper or the Kinks or you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We were the ones doing that. So we've never lost our sense of fandom, So we're basically making records that are like the records that we wanted to hear, but no one else made. So that's what we're doing, And we're still look. We have a big kick when we play on stage. We don't care how many people. It's the people. We play for the people that show up, not for the people who stayed home.
That's great. That's great.
That's a fantastic
amazing
analogy. You had the opportunity of working with Marty Thaw. You want to tell us a little bit about Marty?
Oh, we worked with Marty quite a bit. Marty was, we were knocking around for a while and trying to, sending letters to all like Sire Records and Terry York and all those people who were making records then. And basically everyone was passing on us. And the one guy who really saw something in us was Marty Thaw. And he had just gotten done, working with Sire Records and demoing Blondie and the Ramones and everything. And of course, he had an incredible pedigree. He had been managed the Dolls in their heyday.
Question Mark and the Mysterians.
Oh yeah, he discovered Question Mark.
Yeah.
He worked with Buddha Records in the heyday of Bubblegum, which at those days we used to call it teeny bopper music. Those were great records.
Yeah.
He had an amazing rock and roll past, and he said, "Look, I want to get you guys signed up." And then he, started his own record label called Red Star. He got out maybe 2 albums. He got out the Suicide album. He got out the Real Kids album, which is a classic.
Yeah.
I remember going to a lot of those recording sessions, actually. Then he recorded us, but by the time our album was semi-finished, the Red Star thing kind of ran out of steam.
But you're on the Marty Thaw Presents comp.
Oh yeah. I was the one who entitled that record.
Oh, cool.
I came up with the title, and I did the album cover, the album art.
I do remember that. Yeah.
And I have to say that at that point, the Fleshtones had actually broken up for about a month or less. And Marty was the one who really was very instrumental in getting us back together.
Was it over a girl?
No, it was all sort of. It was, it was over the I don't know. We weren't getting anywhere, but anyway, Marty said, "Look, why don't you guys try this?" And we said, "Well, we don't have a drummer right now." And he says, "Well, Clem will do it." So Clem liked us a lot. So Clem Burke drummed, and Jimmy Destry played the keyboards, and that's how that thing came about.
Wow.
The idea for this record and us getting together actually took place at Marian Faithfull's apartment. She was living in the village, and we were all hanging out there with Marty again because of Marty. And oddly enough, I had just been talking with Marty about he had a tape of one of our performances from 1978, and he was thinking of a way of getting that out before he passed away. So
may he rest in peace.
You know what? May he rock.
May he rock.
May he rock.
And then you guys lost another New York integral person in Lee Black Childers.
Lee, yeah. You know what? I never really knew. I met him a million times. I was never. The late Gordon Spaeth, our old sax player, was quite friendly with Lee. Mm-hmm. This is something that we're going to have to all deal with.
I know. Did you see the Mott the Hoople documentary?
I did not see the Mott the Hoople documentary, although the one time I went to see Mott the Hoople, we waited about 2 hours, and they didn't show up. But finally, one or two of them showed up and apologized and said that their jet was late and then left.
So they showed up just to say we're not playing?
That was my Mata Hoople story.
Wow.
Although I liked them a lot. And what about DC5? There was a documentary here on TV about them. I missed that too.
Oh, I haven't seen the Dave Clark 5, documentary, but in the Mott the Hoople documentary, in the bonus material, there's sort of a Q&A with Lee Childers, and Lee's going on, because I guess he was working for Main Man back then, and the Mott the Hoople came in for the All the Young Dudes tour, and so Lee was their road manager, and he said a lot of the times what he used to tell the guys that in Mott is like, okay, when this television show or when this game show is on, you know that it's 10 o'clock. When this game show is on, you know it's 10:30. If the Price is Right is starting, it's 11 o'clock, and that means you're late. You should be downstairs. And that's how the guys from Mott the Hoople knew what time it was, because every American city had syndicated game shows that were on at the same time back then, right?
But they certainly did, and I used to watch, avidly watch Price is Right in those days. I'm surprised that the Motts would even know what any of that stuff is. Now, I saw the debut of that. It wasn't All the Young Dudes. It was the Spiders from Mars thing. I was at that show.
Oh, were you?
Yes.
What theater? Where was that?
Carnegie Hall, New York City.
Wow.
It was, and I have to say, I wasn't a huge Bowie fan, but that was an amazing show.
You got to see Mick Ronson play with Bowie.
You better believe I saw Mick Ronson, and that whole group. They were quite fantastic, and actually Bowie was quite the showman at that concert.
Yeah, certainly an era that I think will never be, kind of touched in that sort of thing. It was just so unique and original.
I would think so. I would think, totally.
We always look forward to, as I mentioned, to a Flesh Tone show, and again, the great thing about it is it's such an adrenaline rush. After seeing you guys play, it doesn't matter what kind of day you have. As soon as you see the Flesh Tones, you're not happy the following day. You're happy for a month afterwards, because you just reflect on these great energies that you guys give us. I don't know, like the coordination and everything that you guys seem to do is just the showmanship is amazing. But I could tell that you guys definitely were a big fans of a lot of the old soul bands.
Oh, definitely.
With the showmanship is unbelievable.
Between watching that, growing up watching that stuff, and actually, we make up most of it. Basically, it's not like we go to a rehearsal and practice this stuff the way those guys would do, because they were so excellent. I mean, we just kind of cook it up as we're going.
That makes you guys naturally excellent.
We're naturally excellent. Or at least, we try to do all the stuff to cover up whatever else we're doing at the time. That's how the Wheel of Talent came about. I mean, it was something that just happened on stage.
It just seems like, it's one of those things that we look forward to seeing all the time, because we know that the stage show, the showmanship is just so fantastic, but it's just so unique because you guys really make the crowd a part of the show as well. Like the whole room is a stage. That's the great thing about the Flesh Tones.
The whole world is our stage.
Beautiful.
The whole world. I can't wait for it. Look, I have to say, and the whole band will agree, one of our favorite places to play is This Ain't Hollywood.
Oh, we love having you guys there, man.
We love coming to Hamilton. I don't want to say I like it better than a certain other major metropolitan area that's very nearby, but I'll just say that we totally love playing in Hamilton.
We totally love you guys too. A lot. I think we like you guys.
Should we leave, guys?
I was just going to say, I think we love you guys more than you love us.
You're our Hamilton hero.
Yeah. We will have a cape for all of you guys tomorrow night. My friend Manolis here is sporting a mustache, and I have to tell you, Peter, that it reminded me of a picture that I saw of you recently sporting a mustache. How long did you have your mustache for, Peter?
You know what? As long as I could stand it. I grew the mustache, and I actually grew a small, like, sort of beard-like thing. And basically, I looked like a murderer of some sort, and I didn't like it, And I said, okay, I've tried it again. Now it does look very good on a lot of people. I bet you it's very flattering for a Manolo.
No, it isn't.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't do anything for Manolis. It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything.
No,
that's a shame.
Yeah, we're upset.
It lasted about a couple of months, with me, and I was in Spain. And everyone was saying, "Oh, that's horrible." And I looked in a mirror and I said, "Yeah, it's pretty bad." And I shaved it off.
So you shaved it in Spain?
Yeah, I shaved it.
Wow, what a landmark! What a beautiful story.
It does manage to get on the back cover of our Spanish language EP, Cuatro para Cuatro.
Yeah.
So if you look at the back cover of that, there's the photo of me with my.
You know what would have been You know what would have been perfect? What would have been perfect, and it would have been so Spanish-like, is if Zorro came out with the sword and shaved your mustache off.
Yeah, but they're close shave. I think all I would get is the Z in my
your mustache,
right?
For Zaremba,
right? But Z for Zaremba.
It all makes sense now, doesn't it? Sir, we're going to let you go, but before we say goodbye, we want to remind everyone that the Fleshtones are playing this St. Hollywood tomorrow night with the Neanderthals as well as the Squids. Count Brocula, our friend, is going to be DJing. Please make it down tomorrow night. Are you guys bringing merch tomorrow?
Of course we're bringing merch.
Yay!
Of the highest quality.
Beautiful.
I shouldn't say that so loud. We're really looking forward to it, really. I hope people come out. It's a great lineup. As we used to say, it's a great card, right, in wrestling.
A really big show.
It's a great card.
Yeah.
And best of 3 out of 5 falls. And
15-minute duration.
Right, 15-minute duration, curfew, as they used to say, and
or sudden death.
Totally looking forward to it. Are you going to play some music for these kids?
I am. Do you want to tell us what? Are you ready for the mountains all about?
Oh, you know what? That's the Keith. He got very alpine, and he still is. He likes to ski, and he was hanging out a lot in the French Alps. And I think that he was just up there. Maybe it's because maybe the thin air, a little lack of oxygen working on his brain. And he came up with this song idea.
May the thin oxygen always be in Keith's life because it's a gem.
Okay.
We'll see you tomorrow, Peter. Drive safely.
You will. You'll see us. You'll see us at the St. Hollywood or hanging out at the Tim Horton downtown location there.
Nice plug. Take care, Pete.
Okay, guys. Thanks a lot.
Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. This is the Fleshtones on 93.3 CFMU. 93.3 CFMU. Music there from the Fleshtones from Do You Swing? Are You Ready for the Mountain? Special thanks to Peter Zaremba for calling in. You can see the Fleshtones tomorrow night at the Saint. The Neanderthals and the Squids, special guests, and Count Brocula DJing. 4:35 exactly. We're going to wait for Joe from Varga to give us a call. I think he may have tried to call us while we were talking to Peter. So, Joe, if you're listening, please call back. How you doing there, Ben?
Yeah, I'm surviving, dog. Don't worry about me, man.
What was your line? I've done this rodeo before.
That's not my first rodeo.
This is my first rodeo.
What did that guy Peter say about the show?
What show?
Do the show for people to show up, not for the people to stay home.
Yeah, that's a great quote.
Yeah. So what's the update? How's it going? Are you divorced?
No. I just explained that I was slept at. Yeah, nothing back yet.
Yeah, that's why you're getting quiet.
Yeah. So for 30 minutes, I haven't had any sort of response.
That's not good.
Is she working today?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
She always works. She's great.
I know you've been talking about her all afternoon, saying how great she is. We believe it.
She's great. She's not like you.
Yeah.
She works all the time. She's great.
She's an upstanding human. Why is she married to me?
Because you love her.
There you go.
Yeah, but
I'm sure
more than anybody.
But you always think about that Tina Turner song.
You've convinced me to be on her side.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
It guys should be. That's the side to be on.
That's the side to be on.
That's the winning team. I'm like the Leafs of this relationship.
Oh man.
Or the Washington Generals, and she's the Harlem Globetrotters.
Hey, did you guys? Any of you guys watch the NCAA Monday night?
No.
Yeah, that sounds like us.
You didn't? No, you didn't watch it. No, okay.
I don't even know what that is.
It's basketball. NCAA finals. The men's finals were Monday night. March Madness, and then it goes to the Final Four, and then the Final Two this year being UConn, University of Connecticut, and Kentucky, the Wildcats and the Huskies, and the
Wildcats.
Lost.
Their song,
the Wildcats lost.
their theme songs was written by Duran Duran. Wildcats.
Ooh.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Right?
Wildcats!
Wildcats! Na-na-na-na-na. Wildcats! It costs them their uniforms. That's how much the song costs.
Wow.
They play in their jeans because they can't afford uniforms from paying for the rights of that song.
4:37 and change. We're going to wait for Joe Varga to give us a call at the station here. In the meantime, we're going to continue on with some music. Something was requested a couple of weeks ago, so we're getting to it this week because we didn't do it last week, unfortunately. Here's some music from the Montrose on 93.3 CFMU. 93.3 CFMU by request. Music from Montrose, Bad Motor Scooter. 4:41 on the phone with me is Joe Varga. Joe, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm doing well. It's been a while. In fact, last time I talked to you, I was at 101.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so welcome to the new digs.
Yeah, man.
How you
Great
been?
to be here. What's that?
I said, how have you been?
Oh, good. Good, man. Good. Just keeping busy with the Varga thing, you know?
Congratulations. A lot of questions to ask you, but just the fact that the band was, out of commission for how long?
Probably close to 15, 16 years, somewhere around that area.
Wow.
Yeah.
Certain reason as to why it made sense to get it back together?
I was missing it. And,
selfish reasons.
Yeah.
That's not a bad
selfish.
reason.
And yeah, you know, we started doing gigs again, strictly as a few of us as a cover band, doing the classic metal album nights,
right,
in Hamilton at Absinthe, and then it kind of just expanded from there. I just said, you know what, man, let's dig into our old roots and go back to square one and get the metal ball rolling again.
The original lineup all meet in school?
Yeah.
What high school?
Well, actually, myself and Dan, we were basically buddies from public school, grade 2, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we kind of grew up from there and met our one guitar player, Adam Alex, in high school at Glendale High School. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then from there we met Sean Williamson through friends. He was actually based out of Grimsby. I guess he went to Grimsby High, if that makes any sense.
All I have to say is detention classes paid off.
Yeah, man.
The thing about Varga is, like, as I was saying to these guys, my introduction, because I wasn't from Hamilton originally, but my introduction to you guys were through Beavis and Butthead. Oh yeah, wicked. Yeah. They approved your song. They liked you guys. Yeah. Apparently the creator, Mike Judge, dug our band in the 90s. And we kind of got wind of it, and then the next thing you know, we were on the show, and we're like, "Whoa, that's awesome!" How did you guys find out that Mike Judge was a fan, and was Mike Judge? I presume that he's obviously a music fan. Yeah. I think he's been a metalhead pretty much. I don't know how long, but he's like that style of music, and I think through our record company at the time, we got wind that he was a fan of our stuff, and then. They mentioned that they're going to be putting Greed on his show. I'm like, well, we're all like ecstatic. We were basically doing the old "we're not worthy." Well, that's kind of a larger than life sort of moment, right? Yeah. It was great. We totally enjoyed it, and for the most part, even Beavis and Butthead liked it. They didn't slag our band. No, that's what I mean. Like, you know, they were pretty picky, those guys. They were musicologists. Yeah, exactly, man. You know, and you guys were approved. Sure. Did you guys do many shows in the States? Yeah, we did. We did a fair amount in the 90s for sure. You know, supporting both CDs. We kind of crisscrossed the U.S. A fair amount of time. East Coast, West Coast, all over the place. Any memorable gigs? Yeah, you know what? Funny you mentioned that. The most memorable gig we had in the States was one we didn't even do. We rolled into Denver one night, ourselves and a band from
Crowbar from New Orleans.
Right.
We were on tour with those guys, and long story short, we showed up to the club that we were supposed to play at, and the bar owner says, "Oh, you guys don't have to play tonight, and because nobody's going to come to your show because just down the street at Red Rock, Soundgarden's playing." So basically, he said, "Here's your money for tonight. Here's tickets for Soundgarden. Have a good night."
Wow.
And we were ecstatic.
Nice bar owner.
Yeah.
Taking care of you guys as well as giving you tickets to go see Soundgarden.
Yeah, it was wicked. And one more quick little moment was when we were playing actually in Phoenix, and then that's when we met Rob Halford.
Right on.
Came to see us play at this club, a small bar in Phoenix called the Mason Jar. And he was basically standing side stage for a whole set, and afterwards we got to meet up with him and hang out for a while and chat. At the time, he was just doing that fight thing after he left Priest, so it was amazing to actually meet him and chat with him and, give him some of our swag and stuff like that.
Was he residing in Arizona at the time?
Yeah, well, I think he lives there all the time now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm sure maybe he has other houses as well, but that's his main stomping grounds for sure.
Has the agenda of Varga changed at all, considering that the band now, the members are, 15 years older than the last time you guys played and stuff like that? Like, does time really made a bit difference to you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can say that. I mean, we all have other lives as well as metal, but when we're doing the Varga thing, it really hasn't changed too much. When we're doing gigs and writing music and stuff like that, it's been a blast again, and it's great to be in the basement with these guys again.
I was just going to say it must have been kind of a really warm feeling just being able to work with your buddies and recording new original music.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely something we all missed for sure, and I think the first jam we had back, all four of us. Sean kind of brought up, what took us so long?
Although I always think that when time changes people and then people still find time to commit to their musical projects with their friends, I think it becomes more of a valuable commodity or a valuable thing as opposed to maybe when you guys are younger thinking that, okay, let's just conquer the world. But now you're doing it more for the fact that you guys really care about doing it and doing it with each other as well. It's aside from the fact that you're doing it for yourselves, it's probably more important because it just feels good.
Yeah, man, that's the main thing. The main reason why we're doing it is just for fun, and to be together again is great. And we're just having the time of our lives right now, just playing these songs again.
If people want to get more information on the band, Joe, how can they learn about Varga?
Yeah, just go to our website, vargahq.com.
And really quickly, you want to tell us a little bit about your friends Crawl that are playing tomorrow night?
Yeah, We've done a few shows with them back in the 90s, and great band from Windsor, Ontario, and looking forward to seeing those guys again. We haven't seen them forever. Good metal band, original stuff, and it's going to be a great double bill tonight. We're going to be doing some Varga material, and of course a mixture of Sabbath and other classic metal favorites.
I'm looking forward to hearing your Sabbath covers on Friday night.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of the Dio era of Sabbath?
Oh, yeah, of course.
It seems like Hamilton really has this natural love for the Dio era. I agree. I thought it was a really, really great two records that they put out, considering that, it was a new singer with a new direction musically as well.
Yeah.
But Hamilton really seems to have this admiration for those two records of Sabbath.
Yeah. I mean, I guess... Well, partially because, most of us, in that time period grew up listening to that stuff when it was coming out on record or cassette or whatever that was at the time. And, man, those are two killer records with one of the best singers that ever lived, in my opinion.
Definitely a metal icon, isn't he?
Yeah, man. For sure.
Looking forward to Friday night. Joe, enjoy your next couple of days off. And folks, if you're listening and you're a fan of Varga, come see them Friday night at the Saint with their special guest from Windsor, Ontario called Crawl. Doors opening up at 9 o'clock. We'll look forward to Friday night then, Joe.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's going to be a good night and full of metal and mayhem. M&Ms. Yeah, exactly.
Take care, man.
All right, thanks.
Here's man. Varga on 93.3 CFMU.
Bye-bye.
93.3 CFMU. There you have it. Music from Varga from their newest record. And you could see them Friday night at the Saint. Folks, that does it for us. This has been a real fast 2 hours. Enjoyed a couple of rows of cookies, a pint of milk. Ben?
It's all, I think Ben was all excited at the beginning of the show. Now the end of the show's near. Or Sears, like, he's like, oh no, time to deal with the Reaper.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. Is that how you'd put it? I wouldn't.
Deal with the
I know that your wife is a lovely lady. I would never refer to her as a Reaper. You're not a friend, Manolis. You've changed in the last couple of years.
Seriously, Manolis.
Dave Foley just sent you on a spiral of nastiness.
Thank you.
What's happening at the Abbey this weekend? Check the website.
He's finally sober.
Clubhouse.ca.
Promo. And what are you guys doing?
Actually, you know what? I got a show I want to plug next Tuesday though. A band called Broadcaster from New York's coming up. Come check these guys out. If it's really good rock punk stuff.
And how about you, gentlemen?
I am doing Yuck Yucks tonight, amateur night. I'm doing a spot there with my buddy Barry. He's listening right now.
Hey, Barry.
Barry Taylor?
No.
How you doing, Barry?
Barry Johnson?
No.
Barry Smith?
Barry Mohammed.
Okay. Hey, Barry Mohammed. How you doing?
Barry Allen? Too late.
Barry Allen? Barry Allen?
Barry Allen.
Hey. Barry Allen?
Flash. I told you who it was.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Barry Allen?
We also do a podcast every Sunday, airs
Girls
Monday.
Night Out.
Yeah, Girls Night Out podcast. And I think I'm going to be involved. Patrick Coppolino is also shooting this Saturday a Weekend Riot Club video.
Oh.
So I think you might need extras. If anybody's interested, contact Patrick on Facebook, Coppolino.
That does it for us, folks. We'll be here next Wednesday. Hopefully you will as well. See you at the shows.